Hello everyone, my name is Krishna. This video is being recorded for Dr. Grant's class, which is Advanced Digital Media Technologies at Eastern Illinois University. Today we'll be seeing about the 3D extrusion in Photoshop. The first thing you need to do is create a new file and give a name to that file. And make sure the preset is set to web so that they'll be changing the pixels, and press OK. Now all you need to do is select 3D here so that you'll get all the 3D properties. And first we'll be working on a text. The tool here on the left side toolbar, which says type tool, you need to select that, click on the screen and enter some text like Photoshop. Because this is not visible, select the text and you can increase the size of the text here. I'll set to 72 points, or we can just increase here, like I'll set to 120. Yeah, this one's perfect. Now all you need to do is select the layer so that it'll change to Photoshop. So whatever we are working on will be affecting on this particular text. Now go to the 3D option here on the toolbar. Select the first option, which is new 3D extrusion from selected layer. We'll get the 3D extrusion from this text. Okay, we got the 3D extrusion. Click on the camera view so that I can change the view. Okay, the first thing I want to do is change the color of this. So you need to click on the image, and here we have an option where we can change the text color. Set it to a maybe blue. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. Now this is visible. So we have different options here, like the one which I selected, the property which I selected here is mesh, and this one's deform, this one's cap, and the last one, of course, the coordinates. So in the mesh we have cast shadows, invisible, and when I select invisible, only the outline of the text will be visible except the entire text. So as we are working on the whole text, we'll uncheck this option, so the whole text is visible again. Now we have shape preset. Here we can have different shapes for our text. When we press the settings button here, we have different lists where I can say large thumbnail list, which can give me a brief idea of how the image will look. But I prefer the large list because it tells the word what that particular shape is. So when we select, there'll be changes on the image, as you can see there. When I inflate, pillow inflate became 10. So these are the options we have. I'll go back to the normal thing. And the next one we have is extrusion depth. When we set the depth to 0, now the image is totally thin, which means there's no depth, as you can see here. And when I reduce the depth, it will go into minus, which means the text is coming forward. And when I increase, which is about 0, the text will be going backward, which means either ways the depth is being increased. So let's set it to yeah, that's fine. So the second option we have here is deform, where we can see the depth, which is the same as in the previous one, which is the mesh. We can set the depth here also. The second one we have here is twist, where you can twist the image clockwise or anti-clockwise. I'll put it back to 0. The next one we have is taper, which will increase the size of the depth of the image, but which is on the either sides, not behind or not backward or forward. Let's put it back to 100%. Okay, that's fine. Now when I use the horizontal angle, it will turn towards right when I increase the angle, and when I decrease the angle, it will turn towards left. When I use the vertical angle, it will go beneath. When I reduce the angle, when I increase the angle, it will go upwards. And the third option we have here is cap, where I can change the width of the image. You can't observe that actually, but if you see on the front part of the text, you can see some change. There is some change on the front part of the text. So that is the width. And when I select the angle, yeah, because it's a different one, so there's nothing can be observed on that. This one's for inflation, where we saw that option and the shape preset thing. So we can change the angle of the inflation. We can increase or decrease. And the strength is like as you can see here, when I increase the strength, it's coming forward, and when I decrease the strength, it's going backward. Yeah. And the final one is the coordinates, where we can change the coordinates, and when we press the reset coordinates, it will go back to its original position. That's how to work on the text. Now, as we saw in the previous session, how to use the existing objects to 3D model, now we'll create an object of our own and work on that. So all you need to do is create a new file again, choose a name, set it to web, and press OK. Don't worry about the previous one because we have it here, and this is the one which I'm gonna work. So make sure this one is in 3D extrusion. So all you need to do is select this pen tool here, which is used to draw images on this. So the one which I would like to have is a simple pentagon. So just join these dots and you'll get a closed shape so that you can work on that. Now click the layers here, select the background, and at the 3D option here, you need to select the path, because this is not the layer, it's a path that we just drew. Select the path, and yeah, there we got the 3D object here. So that's how we can design a 3D object, and the same functions that I showed you in this Photoshop image can be used on this one too. When you click on the image, you can see various options here, and that is how it works. Thank you for watching the video. Signing off, Krishna.